Hi everyone, it's Louisa. Welcome to Unlocked, the show that decrypts companies. Today I receive Olivier and Raphaël from LVMH and we'll talk about engineers trainees. But first, let's start with Pitch Me That. Hello Olivier, hello Raphaël, how are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Yes, fine, thank you. And
Fine,
you?
thank you very much.
Okay.
Olivier, you are logistic manager for Christian Dior perfume.
Exactly.
And you came with one of your colleagues, Raphaël. And Raphaël, you are Moet and Chandon Industrial Project Manager.
That's right.
So Raphaël, you know that you'll have to pitch LVMH in 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Well, the countdown is on. When you want.
Okay, so first, LVMH is an international luxury group with 75 Maisons, mostly secular, in 6 different sectors. So I'm quite sure that all people know the different sectors. So we can say that the field of possibility is extremely wide because we have a lot of métiers in many departments such as production, supply chain, research and development, packaging development, technical service, a lot, and in many countries. So you have choice to build your work career in LVMH. Being an engineer in LVMH means having the opportunity to evolve in a special environment with strong values as creation, innovation, excellence and entrepreneurship. As an engineer, my job is to build the future of tradition, that is to say, to draw inspiration from history and savoir-faire of each house, to develop people. It's very important to have in your mind people, and to create tools of tomorrow to create excellence. So being an engineer in LVMH goes beyond technical capability and expertise, and people required to develop cross-functional skills. Okay? When we hire people, obviously we are looking for technical skills, but above all, we are seeking for a diversity of profile and a diversity of personality.
Okay, well, you spoke more than 1 minute, but it's okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, today you're looking for the next generation of engineers, so we'll see what kind of profile you're looking for, but also what do you offer to young graduates. Well, let's have a look. Well, there's many kind of profile. Are you looking for a specific background or diploma to be an engineer?
Oh no, for sure we need a stronger view of the engineer inside our companies because, as mentioned by Raphaël, we have plenty of different métiers. So we need people with a knowledge. It could be in packaging, it could be in production, it could be also in IT because today the IT part is very, very important in the day-to-day jobs.
Okay. Is there any possibility to be recruited after an internship?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Yes, of course. If we need people for a special job, and if we have a good person in internship, obviously.
It's possible.
Yes, of course.
More than that, for several Maisons, it's the internship could be also a pre-recruitment, in fact.
Okay. And what about the recruitment process?
It's very simple,
yes.
Because you can find all jobs offer online on LVMH website, and so you can apply, and you have to know that human resource of each house are recipients of resume. So it's so simple.
Okay.
Yeah, but the students don't have to forget that even if we have a group, we have the different houses, Maisons, and so it's so important to have a look on the different Maisons to find the different possibility and not to only have a global view about LVMH.
Okay. As a logistic manager, what are your main missions?
Today in my perimeter, I have to ensure, in fact, the right level of customer service, I would say, to be able to manage the orders we are receiving from our customers, retailer, because in my perimeter and on Parfum and Christian Dior, we are our own distribution system, you are in-house. And so to be sure that we are delivering the product at the right moment, at the right place, with the right quality.
Okay. Raphael, what's the value of your job in the company?
My value is to create new production line, but the main goal of this exercise is to conciliate safety, workplace wellness, water and quality management, and obviously industrial performance.
Okay. You told me about the importance of transmission towards young graduates. What does that mean? You help them to grow, to develop?
Yes.
Yeah, generally we have inside the different maisons, we have some pépinières, I would say, but English difficult. Because first, it's important for these new people integrating the house to get all the knowledge or the savoir-faire, because even if we have a big industrial part, we also have some very handcraft processes. So it's required to learn, to do. It's very important also to be on the field, to realize ourselves. And after that, we get the transmission from the
Savoir-faire, yes.
Yeah.
It's something very important in LVMH, because we want to keep our savoir-faire and our knowledge, and so that's why l'Institut des métiers de l'excellence was created. I don't remember, it was in 2015 or something like that, but it's to keep and to preserve savoir-faire.
And what are the challenges you encounter during your daily work?
What is the challenge?
Yes.
A lot, but for me the challenge is to develop people, because we have new equipment, and so people need to understand how works the new equipment, so we have to develop people in this way. And sometimes it could be difficult, you know, but for me this is the thing, it brings the most satisfaction.
And does students have access to different type of training?
Training inside
Yes.
after integrating the company, we have a lot of training program. It could be majority of them are across Maisons. That means that what is interesting also is to meet people from other companies and to be able to share and to discover also what they are doing in their
We have a new one for manufacturing fundamental at LVMH, and this is a good way, yes, to meet other manager in Parfum, Christian Dior, in NC, and so this is a new training.
Okay. And what are the responsibilities of a trainee? What kind of mission do you get to a trainee?
In production, they can work on industrial performance, new equipment ramp up, change management, and continuous improvement.
And it could happen also that they are taking quickly position with management.
Okay.
And for example, I was manager for 60 people at 24th.
Okay. And do you have specific engagement, CSR engagement?
Specific for sure. For example, we are managing the shipment for our subsidiaries around the world, majority with boat and not plane, even if when it's necessary we are taking the flight. And most of that on I could say, on my site of Saint-Jean-de-Brégues near Orléans, but also on the majority of the site of the industrial site of the companies, we are managing a lot of environment KPI to let a planet better than today, and also to ensure that people working on at the facilities in the good condition.
Okay. And the student can have the opportunity to dedicate one day a week
Okay.
for a special cause they care about personally. With this is skill-based sponsorship operation with Vendredi, and so I think it's a good thing because student can develop soft skills. And it could be something good for the first job interviews to make difference.
Okay.
With
Well, I ask you many questions, but I'm not the only one because students have a lot to ask. So let's see what they want to know.
Okay.
So we received a lot of questions through our Instagram. So let's get the first one. Raza asks you, what is your starting point when you create something?
So it depends what we consider, but if we are talking about the product, it could be the history, the savoir-faire, or the will the will of the expression of the raw materials, for example. If we are talking about experiences, obviously this is the customer. And if we are talking about my job as a creation new production line, this is to conciliate a lot of things as safety, production, environment, and people, of course.
Okay. Another question from Eloise. Could you tell us about your career and training within the Maison?
Okay. On my side, during my career, I take several positions. I have 15 years working for this company, but with more or less 7 or 8 different positions.
Okay.
And what was very interesting is that right at the beginning, I get some training in management because, as mentioned, I'm taking a position in management sooner. But after that, I also be trained with more academic situation from different job in terms of managing the production or managing the schedule, delivery, etc. And some graduated also some training.
Okay. Thibaut said, what's the impact of an engineering mindset on the operations of a luxury company?
Hard question.
Hard question. So rigors and method allow to take ideas from marketing department and then to bring them live. So we can say that an engineer, the job of an engineer is to make real what others can imagine.
Okay.
Okay, but with methods and rigor.
Okay. Shen said, my French is like a beginner. Is there any possibilities I can do an internship?
To be clear, in France, when you are working in facilities, we want that our engineer should be in contact with the people and in different workshops, etc. So it's difficult if you are not speaking no French. After that, I'm sure that the people, if they are students in France, they have some level. And after that, also we also have a lot of possibilities outside. With, in particular, in supply chain, a lot of different platforms. It could be in Asia or in the US, and for sure, there is possibility, definitively.
Okay. Anne said, what's a typical day at LVMH?
I think there is no typical day. Okay, each day is different. Okay, for sure, in your position, in different positions, you should have some routines. I would say to be sure
rituals.
That rituals to be sure that the day is starting well. Okay, because it's important to have some dashboard, etc. But after that, very different things to manage because it could be. You can receive people who want to ask to a specific topic, and so for sure we have some schedule. But what is typical in a typical day, it's a day with a new innovative topic, not a forecast for the
the most important thing is for production to be in the field with people, because when you are in the field, you can listen to people, you can see, and so you can find a lot of solution. So it's very important to be in the field.
Okay. Next one. Jean Tarada said, what opportunities do you have for an industrial engineer?
should be understood by the student is even if maybe they have the picture of LVMH with a lot of handcraft to manufacture bags and to manufacture dresses, etc. We are a very industrial group with a lot of production line, where the efficiency, the speed of the line is very, very important. And so for sure in terms of industrial engineers, they have a lot of works, a lot of opportunity, to put in place very, very technical elements.
Well, as experts, I guess you have tips to make the difference during a job interview. So let's have a look on your tips. Well, which soft skills should they highlight during the job interview? Because you said technical aspect is not a priority. So
yes.
Curiosity,
yes.
Definitely curiosity.
Yes, curiosity, and people have to be humble, and they have to show they want to discover, they want to learn, they want to share.
Okay.
So and after, when you are in the site, I think it's a good thing to dare to step out your comfort zone,
Okay.
because in your career you have to change, and you have to have different mission. So don't be afraid of change.
Okay.
And also for sure to like the products. Generally, it's not very difficult because
yes,
yeah.
it could be a good thing to like the product.
Yeah, but it's important because we are manufacturing the product, so you have to know them. Even
you have to be proud of the
sometimes
products.
it's particular to realize a meeting with some supplier using with a man using a mascara could be surprising, but it's an important thing.
And what about the hard skills?
I want to say that in terms of hard skill, when you are students in particular from school in France or in Europe, generally you have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have the capacity to understand the data you are using, capacity to speak with a very technical guy, to not maybe to create the thing, but to be able to have the discussion. So. Yeah.
And what's a good intern for you? A good trainee?
Is one who is able to, as mentioned by Frédéric, to be in contact with people in the field.
Okay.
Yes.
To create this contact with workers.
Yes, student has to understand that human communication, human relation are so important to evolve and to build the work career.
Okay.
So it's important.
What are your tips to succeed at job interview?
Be natural.
Yeah.
What does that mean to be natural?
Be yourself.
What does that mean to be yourself? Should they prepare something? What's the dress code?
No.
Did you not have to prepare something in particular?
No, for sure to know about the story maybe of our group, because it's very important for us. But to be natural also, in terms of the dress, is not you are coming to a factory in general to realize the interview. So it's not.
And do you have examples of questions that you used to ask during a job interview? Questions that you like to ask?
Typically on my side, I often ask, "Why are you here in front of me?"
Okay.
I like to ask what people realize outside, because it shows me if they can do everything.
Okay. And is there one thing that they should not do? Like really
To be
not
late.
do? To be late?
Yeah.
What's the next innovation in the sector for an engineer?
I would say it's in many sectors, but digitalization is very important.
Yeah.
So the fact digitalization is also on the workshop to be able to share with people, not more the paperboard, but to display some information using multiple devices, and so to be not maybe an expert, but
and using data.
Yeah.
Yes, big data.
And what's the mindset in LVMH?
to be at the top, for sure.
And the values, in which state of mind the candidates should come in LVMH?
Creativity, definitively.
Yes, creativity, excellence.
Yes.
But they have to keep in mind that trial and error are essential in innovation. So you have to try. It's
don't
very
be afraid to.
Yes, you have to try. You have to be perseverant.
Yeah. And what about LVMH career path? What makes the career so unique at LVMH?
So unique because you have, as I mentioned, we have plenty of Maisons, plenty of place to work. It could be in France, it could be in Europe, it could be around the world, and definitely you are not in only one job. Okay?
Yes.
You are entering in one position. After that, you are creating your career. You can inside the same Maison or maybe in other one.
I think I am a good illustration of that because I started as winemaker and now I'm in the production. So you can see that you can evolve, and it's a good thing to increase your employability. So.
Okay. Now we'll spend the last 3 minutes together. Well, you have to convince students to join you. So, ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we go. So you came with a video.
Yeah.
Let's have a look and we will comment it right after.
My job consists in leading the extended Fendi supply chain, including product and material development, manufacturing, planning and distribution. I have to design and organize the most flexible, reactive and omni-channel supply chain.
Mon métier est de répondre aux attentes des clients aussi bien internes qu'externes, c'est-à-dire de produire des flacons d'une qualité irréprochable, dans des délais donnés, avec des coûts donnés. Tout ceci est possible grâce à la mise en musique des opérationnels.
My expertise is about a complex planning system. In L'Europeana, the main difficulties is to adapt the methods and logics to the textile industry.
As director of the Comet project, my job consists in managing a team project. I follow the progress in terms of schedule and budget. I represent Veuve Clicquot in the exchange with local actors. And finally, I have to generate adhesion for all people to this project. I also have to bring innovation while respecting the champagne process traditions.
Well, you're not in the video. But Raphaël is. What's happening?
Because I'm missing a lot of perfume and cosmetic in this video, but for sure the next one we have. It's very short to show all the
so
possibilities.
So that's why you speak now.
Yeah.
So this is a video that illustrates how is it to be an engineer in LVMH?
Yes, it's a quick example, but for sure we have plenty of other one. But it's to show what could be
tips. I know that you have a special event in November.
Yeah, if a student want to pursue this discussion with us and many other manager from LVMH, they should register right now in the site to be on 5th of November on LVMH headquarters Rue de Montaigne. There is only 150 possibilities, so go quick
there
to register.
And go to subscribe. Raphaël, do you want to say a last word?
I will be happy to have a new person this year, so please come in Champagne.
So if you're interested, you can apply at lvmh.com or jobteaser.com. Thank you both for being here.
You're welcome.
For sharing your tips.
You're welcome too.
And you, as usual, see you very soon for a new live.